As the sun climbed over the horizon in Nakhon Ratchasima province, its warm light spilled across fields, roads, and railway lines stretching toward Bangkok. A passenger train rolled forward at a steady speed, its steel wheels humming against the tracks. Inside, nearly 200 passengers and railway staff were beginning their day. Some were heading to work, others returning home. And a few were simply watching the scenery glide past their windows. None of them knew that this routine journey was about to turn into a nightmare. Above the railway line stood a massive construction crane, its long arm reaching across the sky like a mechanical giant. It was part of an ambitious high-speed rail project, a symbol of progress meant to connect cities faster and safer than ever before. Workers moved around the site, surrounded by the constant sounds of engines, metal, and machinery. Everything appeared normal. Then, at around 9 in the morning, something went terribly wrong. Without warning, the crane began to sway. At first, it was a slight, barely noticeable shift. But within seconds, gravity took control. The enormous structure tilted further, its balance completely lost. The crane's towering arm descended toward the tracks below, directly into the path of the moving train. There was no time to react. The crane slammed down onto the train with devastating force. The sound of twisting metal thundered through the area. Carriages crumpled beneath the weight, windows shattered, and debris exploded outward in a cloud of dust and smoke. The train screeched violently as it was forced to a halt, the rails trembling under the sudden, immense impact. Inside the carriages, chaos erupted. Passengers were thrown from their seats. Luggage crashed down from overhead racks. Darkness filled the compartments as the power cut out, broken only by emergency lights flickering weakly through the dust. The air was thick with confusion, fear, and cries for help. Then, a moment of silence, quickly broken by screams. If you enjoy this channel and want to support our content, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to bring you these stories. Emergency calls flooded in as witnesses realized the scale of what had just happened. Sirens soon echoed across the province as rescue teams rushed toward the scene. Firefighters, police officers, and medical crews arrived to confront a scene of unimaginable destruction. The train lay mangled beneath the fallen crane. Rescuers moved carefully, climbing over twisted steel and shattered rail cars. Using hydraulic cutters and heavy equipment, they worked to open the crushed compartments, searching desperately for survivors. Every second mattered. Every sound from the wreckage brought both hope and fear. Some passengers were pulled out alive, injured but breathing. Sadly, others were not as fortunate. As the hours passed, the confirmed death toll rose to at least 22 people. Officials warned that the number could increase as rescue workers continued the grim task of recovering bodies from deep within the wreckage. According to Thailand's railway authority, up to 195 passengers and staff may have been on board the train at the time of the crash. Nearby, families began to gather. Parents, spouses, and children waited anxiously behind emergency barriers, clutching their phones, whispering prayers, and hoping for any news. For them, time stood still. Every ambulance leaving the site carried with it both relief and heartbreak. Construction work on the high-speed rail project was immediately suspended. Government officials arrived as investigators began examining the cause of the collapse. Early attention focused on safety procedures, crane stability, and whether proper precautions were taken while operating heavy machinery above an active railway line. The quest for answers had only just begun. As a nation grappled with the tragedy and mourned the lives lost on what should have been an ordinary morning, we extend our deepest sympathies to all those affected by this tragic event. Thank you for watching. If you found this report informative, please like, comment, and subscribe to support our channel.